So this tank is what that whole build was about. As you can see, it's basically a standard Langstroth frame. Well, I said frame, but that's wrong. The outer box, I put in the two middle segments that leave a B spacing that reaches all the way through to the bottom. And then these two are side-by-side tanks that are sealed up, painted real well, and left to bake in the sun real well. And I'm going to put syrup on both sides. And what I'm really excited about seeing is that this metal mesh, which is not the B size, the B kind that you use, which is the 1/8 inch. These are 1/4 inch, and the B's could theoretically go through them. So I've chosen this because they mistakenly get in between the tank and the mesh. I don't want them to get lost and trapped behind the mesh, so they can go on either side. And then the mesh is basically an infinite ladder that just sinks into the liquid, and they can go up and down to the liquid level as they please. And hopefully the gaps aren't too big. If there's an accidental fall, they can help each other get out of a pinch. And all right, let's install it. Let's see how it goes. And it was so easy to make. I just took a roll and cut it with a zip wheel, and just like that, with a little bit of love and folding, with a little guide box or piece of 1/4 inch plywood, I was able to get it all folded nice. And it's a little accordion, and hopefully the bees will not drown, and they will be able to drink all this syrup. Expecting 83, 84-ish on the temperature. I opened the lid, and to my surprise, what do you think I saw? Is that the queen? Her abdomen is longer. Is she out here inspecting the top of the hive? Could it be? Well, today she's gonna get 2 frames. There's an ant. Can't have an ant. Sorry. All right. Well, let's see. The ignorant speak. Oh yeah, and this one's over here upset. I'm trying to do this today without smoke, just to see what kind of level of cooperation I can get. Well, as you can hear, there's a couple on me. They're maybe quite upset. I have not put out any smoke, and I have opened this thing, and I've taken too long already. But basically, I just removed the tank that we had been refilling the last couple of times, and I'm going off for a few days a week, really, so I need to assure that this is all good. So we have a plan for a beautiful new tank installation, and that's coming next. Not nearly as many bees today as there were yesterday on the back of the box. All right, so I've taken the tank out, and I also took the first frame out so I could slide everything and get my fingers between the tank and the wall. Anyway, putting it back together, and these 2 brand new frames are going to be going right there where the tank was. Just like that. Could have been more gentle, but that's the best I can do with one hand. So it's like I'm afraid I'm always gonna like crush bees, and just wish they would not get in the way. All right, I think we have enough room to return the first frame. Ooh, the back of the first frame looks a lot more than it was before. And this is the outside, which is, again, the last one they're going to deal with. All right, girls. Oops, that was a little bit rough. Sorry, guys. Okay. Now, the next problem is I got to put this tank on here. And I don't want to crush anybody. How in the world am I going to do that? Because, well, the tank has bee spacing under it. Yeah, I'm going to show that to you. Tank has 1/2 of a bee space, and the other half, I believe, is provided by the spacing on top of the frames themselves. Oh, this is a good moment. Here we go. Success. I think I put that down without hurting anybody. All right. And now, yeah, they can, you see down there, perfectly fine functioning on top of the frames, and then they can all come up. Everybody can take a drink, and hopefully nobody will drown. That's the big test for me. How do we do on drownings? We'll find out. I'll fill it up now, and we'll see you next week. Well, while I was filling with the bottles, this little guy fell in, and I'm going to just pour her out, and maybe we'll see if the ladder works. Right, I've poured it out. Look at our drowning victim. What are we doing over here? Is it dead? Or is it going to be able to come up? Oh no, it's dead. No, that's not what I wanted. So this attic that we're going to install here. Alright, this attic that I'm installing today is the piece that I've only shown it to you upside down. Well, that's what it looks like right side up. Right? Alright, so this is the ceiling I'm going to try installing today. It's all about ventilation if they want it. There's big holes that are completely waxed in and wired in so nobody can get in. But if they want to let more ventilation, they can presumably eat through the wax, which is their wax. And if they don't want it, they can certainly plug those 3 little puck holes I put in each spot without a problem. And that's it. It tries to distribute the ventilation with basic slope roof. Now here's a little experiment to do with the ventilation. Over this tank, I'm concerned about moisture because, you know, in the morning this thing's going to have dew and stuff because this is a lot of water. So, a node to an old high school swimming roof. Alright, so that's what the hive looks like now, because it's got the super tank on top and then the ceiling that's going to hopefully help with the moisture that the tank can generate. So I just took this tank off. It looks like I have all this wax that I'm going to harvest that I didn't mean to harvest. There's a considerable amount over here too. And with that, we sign off for the next week.